St. Paul AME Church. I am absolutely pleased to be with you on this Lord's Day, on the first Sunday in the year of 2020. Let me thank your pastor for the invitation, and to thank him for the very kind introduction, and even more, let me thank him for the marvelous job he is doing here. And let me say I'm also proud of the St. Paul congregation. It is a joy to be with you here on today. Let me thank this music ministry which has blessed us wonderfully this morning. So much I was content just to sit there and listen to some more. So let me thank them for allowing God to use them. We're happy to have you presiding elder here with us today. Making these district as I think the finest presiding elder in the district. So I want to thank him for the leadership that he is also providing. God forbid that I should glory except in the cross of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. There's a word found in the book of Genesis, the 45th chapter and the 4th verse. This is what it says. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come near to me." And they came near. And he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt." This morning I want to say a word about when life doesn't make sense. Joseph was the 11th of 12 sons born to Jacob. But because he was the first son, born of Rachel, Jacob loved him more than he did his other sons. Rachel was the love of his life. And Joseph was a dreamer. And one night he had a dream. And the dream was that his stock rose up and towered over that of his brothers, meaning that one day he would rule over them. And rather than keep the dream to himself, he told the dream to his brothers. Brothers and sisters, it's not always wise to tell other folk your dreams. His brothers became resentful and angry. And my brothers and my sisters, they became so angry that they hated him. And one day, Jacob said to Joseph, "Go out in the field and see how your brothers are doing, and come back and bring me word." And his brothers saw Joseph coming afar off and said, "Look, here comes that dreamer. Let's kill him, and we'll see what will become of his dream. One of the brothers, Simeon, said, no, let's not kill him. Let's just get rid of him. And it just so happened there were some Midianites passing through on their way to Egypt. And so they laid hold of Joseph, sold him to the Midianites, took his coat of many colors and smeared it with blood, went back home and said to their father Jacob, said, a wild beast attacked Joseph and killed him. And all we have left is his coat. And the Midianites sold Joseph to the Egyptians. And Joseph became a servant. And brothers and sisters, even though he was a slave, Joseph didn't act like a slave. He didn't walk with his head bowed down. He didn't walk around shuffling his feet. And because of that, they took note of him. And let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, just because you face a bad situation doesn't mean you have to act like that. They took note of Joseph's character, the way he carried himself. And they made Joseph a servant in the house of Potiphar, the captain of the Egyptian guard. And it just so happened that while Joseph was working around Potiphar's house, Potiphar's wife took a liking to him. She became enamored with this young, strong, good-looking buck. And she wanted to devour him. But Joseph ran. And brothers, I tell people all the time, if you don't know how to read, at least you ought to know how to run. Joseph ran. And Potiphar's wife got angry and lied on him and said that Joseph tried to seduce her. Now, because of this, Joseph was thrown in jail. And brothers and sisters, I have to imagine that about this time, Joseph had to begin to wonder, why was all of this stuff happening to him? It wasn't his fault that he was born of Rachel. It wasn't his fault that his daddy loved him more than he did his other sons. It wasn't his fault that his brothers hated him. It wasn't his fault that he was sold to the Egyptians. It wasn't his fault that Potiphar's wife took a liking to him. Now he's in jail. And he had to wonder, why is all of this happening to me? It doesn't make sense. Brothers and sisters, I lift up this text this morning on this first Sunday in the year of 2020. Because so many of us come to the beginning of another year with high hopes, with great dreams, great ambitions. We decide that we're going to change our lives and make our lives better. We're going to get our lives in order, get our priorities straight. I heard your pastor, we all going to lose weight. Every year I lose it, but it keeps finding me. So we begin the year with these great aims. But it's not long before stuff begins to happen in our lives. plans. And oftentimes it's things that we didn't have any control over. Things that we did not bring upon ourselves. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And some of us become frustrated and just give up and say it doesn't make any use trying to do any better because life just isn't fair. That's what happened to Joseph. He was in prison, wondering why this stuff is happening to me. And then one day, Pharaoh got mad with the chief butler and the chief baker and threw both of them in jail. And while in jail, they met Joseph. And they became friends with Joseph. And one night, both of them had a dream. And they could not interpret or know what the dream meant. And Joseph saw them moping around the prison and asked them, "What's wrong?" And they said, "Well, we had a dream, but we don't know what the dream means." Joseph said, "Tell me your dream." They told Joseph the dream. The chief butler's dream was that in 3 days he was going to get out of jail. And when he got out of jail, Pharaoh was going to put him back in position as the chief butler. And Joseph said to the chief butler, "Now, when you get out of jail, remind Pharaoh that I'm down here." 3 days came, the chief butler got out of jail, had his freedom. Pharaoh made him again the chief butler. But the chief butler forgot all about Joseph. Now, if you haven't had this happen to you, just keep on living. You're going to have some folk that you're going to help. But when you get in trouble, they're going to forget all about you. Chief butler went about his business, forgot all about Joseph. But I tell you, God does work in a mysterious way. God fixed it so that Pharaoh had a dream. And the chief butler saw Pharaoh moping around the palace and asked Pharaoh, "What's wrong?" And Pharaoh said, "I had a dream, but I don't know what the dream means." Just then, the chief butler remembered Joseph. And the chief butler said to Pharaoh, "There's a man down in prison by the name of Joseph. If you go and get Joseph, he will interpret your dream." They sent for Joseph and brought Joseph to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to him, "I had a dream, but I don't know what it means." Pharaoh told Joseph the dream, and Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream. The dream was that there were going to be 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph said, "Save up during the years of plenty, so that when the famine comes, there'll be food in Egypt." Pharaoh was so moved by Joseph's ability to interpret his dream that he took him out of prison, made him second in command in all the land of Egypt. I tell you, if God be for you, he's more than anybody against you. Here Joseph was second in command in Egypt. Back in Israel, old man Jacob said to his son, said, "Boys, there's no food in Israel, but there's food in Egypt. Go to Egypt and get us some food. Jacob's sons went to Egypt. When they got there was a long line to get food. As they drew closer, Joseph was sitting in the chair in the seat of authority. Joseph recognized his brothers, but his brothers didn't recognize him. When folk think they got rid of you, they forget what you look like. And when they got down front, Joseph had some fun with them. Now, can I tell you something? Those of us who are saved ought to have a sense of humor. Too many of us never smile, never crack a joke. Somebody did something to you, you spend the rest of your life mad with them. Talk about you gonna get revenge. When I pastored St. Matthew Church, there were some boys named the Wright brothers, and somebody did something, one of them named Patrick, and I said, Patrick, doesn't the Bible say vengeance is mine? Patrick gave his line. He said, Reverend, I'm just going to help the Lord do his job. Let me tell you, the Lord don't need no help. But when they got down front, Joseph had some fun with them. Look what Joseph said to them, how's your daddy doing? They looked at each other, how does man know our daddy? And if that wasn't nothing, he said, don't you have a younger brother back home? How does man know we got a younger brother? Rachel had another son by the name of Benjamin before she died. And then Joseph said, now tell you what, if you want some food, go back home, get your baby brother Benjamin, and bring him back with you. Those boys went back home empty-handed. When they got that, Jacob could barely see, but he could tell they didn't have no food. Where the food? Daddy, the man told us. What man? The man in charge of the food. He said if we wanted some food, we had to bring Benjamin back with us. Jacob said, no, Benjamin can't go. He cannot go. He's the last son I got of Rachel. You cannot take Benjamin. And they said, well, Daddy, if we don't take Benjamin, we're not going to get no food. Daddy said, Benjamin can't go. If anything happened to Benjamin, I'm going to die. And I man said, well, if you don't get no food, you're going to die too. Finally, Jacob gave in. Said you can take Benjamin, but don't let nothing happen to Benjamin. They got back to Egypt. They got back in the line. Jacob saw his brothers and he saw Benjamin. Jacob couldn't control himself. He put everybody out of the room except his brothers. And then he spoke to them the words of the text. He said, brothers, come near to me. And then he dropped this line. I'm Joseph, your brother, who you sold into Egypt. You thought you got rid of me. You thought you wouldn't see me anymore. What you meant for evil, God meant for good. My brothers and sisters, this text tells us three things that are very important, which I hope you will remember as we go through the year 2020. When life doesn't make sense, I hope you remember these three things that this text teaches us. The first thing this text teaches us is that in life, you got to go through something. I don't care who you are. In life, you got to go through something. Now, some of you have heard me say it before, but let me say it again. And it's shocking when people hear me say it, but I don't like to be around everybody. That's shocking for the bishop to say. But I don't like being around everybody. I'm particular who I hang around with. I don't like to be around folk who haven't been through anything. If you haven't been through anything, you haven't been blessed. If you haven't been through anything, you have no idea how good God is. If you haven't been through anything, you don't know what God can do. Some of us want to go through life on a level plane, no ups, no downs, life every day the same way. But God has fixed it so that you're going to have some ups, you're going to have some downs, you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some rough days. And life, you got to go through something. There was a time, when black folk, we came to worship, we sang with such passion and power. But now some of us have become so soft. There was a song they used to sing years ago, and we used to sing it with such power. A couple years ago, I preached in Chicago, and they sang this song before I preached. And they sang it so pitiful. I want to tell them, please stop. You know the song. The song says, I'm coming up the rough side of the mountain. But today we sing it so sad. But it lets me know that we really don't know where our blessing comes from. Let me ask you, have any of you tried to climb the smooth side of a mountain? But on the rough side, you got something to hold on to. On the rough side, you got something to pull yourself up. On the rough side, you got something to catch you if you fall. So you want to thank God for the rough side of the mountain. You got to go through something in life. You don't know the joy of being up if you've never been down. You don't know what it is to be glad if you've never been sad. But if you've been through something, you got a testimony. Prove it all. I learned to trust in Jesus. I learned how to trust in God. So the first thing this text teaches us is in life, you got to go through something. And then second, this text teaches us something that's hard for some of us to bear. This text teaches us that God is not fair. Let me say that again. God is not fair. The reason life isn't fair, God isn't fair. And the fact that most of you may be surprised, you agree with me. Listen to what we say. He lets the sun shine on the just and the unjust. That ain't fair. When I came to Georgia, they invited me to preach at a Good Friday service, 7 last words. And I said to him, which word you want me to tell you? said, Bishop, I want you to take the second word. I ain't preaching. And I'm especially not going to preach the second word. They said, why? I said, because God ain't fair. Y'all know what the second word is? Today, you shall be with me in paradise. A man been a thief all his life. Then come to the last day on the cross. And the Lord says, today you're going to be with me in paradise. Here I am, 65 years struggling to make it in the kingdom. And a man that a thief all his life gonna get the kingdom just as he was hanging on the cross next to Jesus. That ain't fair. But can I tell you, as much as God is not fair, I'm not complaining. If God was fair, I wouldn't be here this morning. If God was fair, you wouldn't be here this morning. If God was fair, you and I would not have awakened this morning. But God is not fair, but He is merciful and gracious. His mercies are new every morning. His grace is amazing. We are here this morning not because we've been so good. We're here because His grace looked beyond our thought and found our need. Some years ago, I was in Newark getting ready to catch an Amtrak train to Washington. And while I was out there waiting on the train, there were three brothers not far from me talking. And they were talking so loud that I could hear their conversation. And let me tell you, I am a firm believer that 50% of the time, you need to mind your own business. I got from waiting for the train, I heard them talking, and one of them was talking about how good God is. He had been in trouble and God had delivered him. And I was blessed to hear their conversation. But then he said something that bothered me. He threw his head back and said, I'm so glad that God is the God of a second chance. And that bothered me. And I kept saying, Reggie, they're not talking to you, still over here and mind your own business. But then he threw his head back and said it again. I'm so glad God is the God of a second chance. And as much as I tried, I could not help myself. I sashayed over there to him and I said, brothers, I'm so glad to hear your testimony. Thank God for what He did for you. I said, but you all just said one thing I disagree with. And they got a little defensive. And they said, what's that? I said, I heard you say that you're glad that God is the God of a second chance. And I just disagree with that. And they said, why do you disagree? I said, well, because I'm chief among sinners. I messed up more than once. So for me, He's not the God of a second chance, but He's the God of another chance, and another chance, and another chance, and another chance, and another chance. The reason you are here this morning is because God is the God of another chance. Over and over and over again, God gives us another chance. And then finally, this text tells us one more thing, and it's something I hope you will remember throughout the year 2020. No matter what happens, I pray you will remember this. No matter what foolishness the man living in the house that black hands built, no matter what stupid he does, I hope you'll remember this last point, and that is that God is in control of our lives. There is a word that's only found twice in the scriptures, but I declare it's on every page. It's the word providence. Providence means God's care and God's control of our lives. We don't go through anything that God doesn't know about and that God doesn't control. So in 2020, when life doesn't make sense, just keep reminding yourself, God is in control. We may not know how we're going to work it out, but God is in control. You might feel like throwing up your hands and quitting, but I just want to remind you, God is in control. In 2020, when life doesn't make sense, just go and read about this passage in Joseph. It'll remind you that God is in control. Let me see if I can make it live. Look at how God was in control of what happened with Joseph. If his brothers didn't hate him, he wouldn't have been sold into Egypt. If he wasn't sold into Egypt, he wouldn't have met Potiphar's wife. If he didn't meet Potiphar's wife, he wouldn't have been thrown in jail. If he wasn't thrown in jail, he wouldn't have met the chief butler. If he didn't meet the chief butler, he'd have